Hi everybody, Robert Jones back in the kitchen with you today, and I'm so excited. I'm always excited when I'm in the kitchen with you guys. So, I had a friend about 18 years ago who decided to drive a truck on by. So, I'm so excited. I got a friend named Pam K that I've had for about 18 or 19 years, and a friend went to visit her and she sent some vegetables back for me. So, I'm so excited. I got some volunteer vegetables, if you guys can get a good look at here, from their garden, her and her husband. And I've got a yellow squash, I've got some patty pans, got some crooknecks, got some zucchinis. I already ate some of the other ones, but I thought, you know what? I should do a video for you guys. How to cut this up and how to make something delicious. More emphasis on some knife skills for you today. So we're going to show you how to, I am going to show you how to cut these suckers up and how to make some couple delicious things for them. Hope you guys are enjoying your summer and getting some good summer vegetables in, and enjoy this video. Alright you guys, so I'm over here at the counter and I just wanted to show you a couple different things. So we have a variety of different squash here. We have some yellow squash, we have some patty pans, we have some crookneck, we have some zucchini, and I'm not sure if this is a crookneck or something else. It is kind of similar, but I've also got some more over here in the bowl, fresh washed, and of course we've got a bowl nice and clean for here. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can cut squash. Now remember, it is summertime, so you can cut it for the barbecue, you can cut it for sauteing, you can put it in rice, and I'm going to show you a couple different things. So let's start with the basic zucchini. Everybody knows zucchinis. So first of all, we have a chef knife, that's a big one here. We also have a boning knife here, which is my favorite, and then a bird's beak paring knife. So it's up to you what you want to use. Personally, this is the one that I like the best. It's small, it's sharp, and it's good for stabbing. No, just joking. So let's start out with zucchini first of all. So zucchini, everybody knows zucchini. It's probably the easiest of the squashes to recognize. You'll see here these are garden fresh and they do have a little bit of scarring. It could be from other vegetables in the garden. It could be that they were hanging on some racks. You can see it's a consistent pattern. Don't worry about scarring. There's even some scarring over here, but you know what? It doesn't matter. You can either cut it out, or it's probably not even that bad that it's not going to worry about it. For instance, these ones here, I'm not really going to worry about it. It's just some light scratches. So let's do the first cut. I'm going to show, if you were going to do some grilling on your barbecue, would be a really easy way to do this. So the first thing I would do, first of all, they're washed. They've got the flour end here. You can nip that off if you want to. It's not that big a deal, so we'll set that aside. The other thing is the stem end. You can see here. Just going to take that off and try to preserve as much of your zucchini as possible. You either grew it or paid for it, so why not keep as much as possible? Okay, so if you're going to grill these, the first thing you could do is you could make some nice slices, and I'm having a hard time, a little weird angle here. Just want to make some nice slices about 1/4 inch thick, like that. Just continue on the same way. Just be careful with your fingers. Right there, and maybe one more time. The biggest thing is to be consistent so that they cook evenly. So if these were going to be on the grill, you could brush these with a little bit of olive oil and stick these right on the grill, and they would be really tasty. Throw some salt and pepper on them, and delicious. You could also cut them diagonally. We'll cut the end off here again, and again try to preserve as much as we can with the tip. You could cut these into nice rounds if you were doing a vegetable saute. You could just cut them diagonally, and again try to go for consistency. And there's some nice rounds for steaming or putting in a soup or something like that. And then finally, with zucchini, I'm going to go ahead and cut these into strips again. And then we're going to go the other direction and to make long strips, which you could serve on a crudité platter or something like that. Oops, I slipped there. Or I'm going to go all the way down to a dice. Again, I'm sitting down here, so it's a little weird, but just try to go for a nice even cut. And then we can go for a nice dice, which I'm going to use later tonight and probably show you guys how to cook that for a nice stir fry or a mix-in to rice. These are a little sticky. Take your time. There's no need to rush. You can get all crazy chef style if you want, but alright, I'm switching up knives because I'm used to using the big sucker here. So remember, the whole point of having a chef knife is that it rocks on the angle. And you can see we have a nice dice there, which is going to cook very evenly. Alright, you guys, you can see there we got a nice dice on all of our zucchini. So the yellow summer squash is kind of the same. We're just going to nip the top off here. We're going to nip the bottom off. And then I'm looking at this scarring here, and it's looking a little bad to me. So if you wanted to, you could just take a nice slice, a little V-cut there, and take out the bad spot. And then maybe we'll just cut this end off and we'll come back to it later. So again, the same thing as with the zucchini. We could make the nice grilling flat slice here. If I could get a straight cut, that'd be great. Remember, these are round vegetables, so things happen. And there you go. You could brush these with oil, throw those right on the grill. I'm also going to dice these up for our giant mix here. And just remember, when you're cutting, there is no rush. Go for accuracy. You'll appreciate it, and your guests will appreciate it. Yellow squash. When you mix it with the green, look how nice that looks, you guys. Alright, let's try something a little stranger here. We got the patty pan. These are a little large. Sometimes they can get tough, but we'll give it a try here. So the first thing you're going to do, of course, is cut off the stem. And you can see it's a little rough, so I think I'm going to go a little bit deeper. There we go. And again, the flower bottom feels fine to me. So we've got another one here too. Now, if you wanted to, there we go. You could also put these on the grill, and so what I would do is I would take a nice thin slice, about 1/4 inch, just like the zucchini, like this, into nice wheels. And maybe one more. And again, you could brush those with oil and put them right on the grill. If you're doing a stir fry, maybe you want to make them a little bit smaller. You could cut this in half, and then get some nice thin slices like that, which would be nice in a Chinese stir fry. But again, I'm going to go all the way down to the dice on these, so we'll just continue on. Alright, you guys, now we've got these suckers. And they are probably the most difficult. Just because of the shape, it doesn't mean they're hard. They're gonna treat them just the same as the other ones. We're just gonna nip off the tips, just because they're hard when you eat them. Okay, now if I prefer, when you're gonna think about these, think about them in two different sections. So I cut them about here. That way you've got the round bulby part, and then you've got the neck. So if you wanna do with the neck first thing I do is I slice it in half this way, because it's easier to hold. And then you can see that it is easier just to push down the middle here, and then dice. And then you can cut right around the middle of the neck, and then dice again. Look at that. Whole neck, all done. And now this one, just like the other ones, just going to cut it into rounds. This one looks a little bit old. You can see that the seeds are pretty developed in it. It's alright, we can still eat it. Now you could put these on the grill, or again, we're just going to go for a dice. And the same thing with this one. So you could also, say you were going to do them in a stir fry, you could also just slice them diagonally, like this. Just remember to try to keep consistent with the size of your rounds so that they cook on an even basis. Alright, let's just dice these up too. Alright you guys, now I've got a ton of squash to work with. So you can see here, just mix it up a little bit. You guys can see all of the squash that we had now in a nice dice. You could make a nice salad. You could put this in a potato salad. We're going to do some stir fry tonight with this. You could even make some zucchini bread. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed learning how to cut. Let's do some cooking. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells delicious. Alright you guys, you can see that cutting up squash is very easy to do, it's very delicious, and heck, it's really good for you too. I hope you guys try this at home. Get some good vegetables, whether you go to the farmer's market, or a friend's house, or even just the grocery store. Get your vegetables in, they're good for you. Alright you guys, I'm Robert Jones. Do me a favor, click right there and subscribe. Come back, we'll do more good stuff, it'll be so much fun. Alright you guys, having a good summer. Take care.